Hello, people. Today I'm going to teach you about the coordinate, about how to locate and find coordinates. We will be doing 3 problems, and none of them are word problems. They're just you're just gonna write a coordinate graph, and in this video we also teach about vocabulary of the coordinate lesson. So let's get started. So when you learn about coordinates, the first thing you want to know is that there are something like this. We have this. The very commonly, this will show up on a coordinate grid. This will show up very commonly, and that is called an ordered pair. And what that is 3, 8 parentheses. That's an ordered pair. That's the first thing you need to know. You need to see it. Here it is. So that is the coordinate graph. That is the ordered pair. And what does that mean? When you see that, what does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. Well, this ordered pair means that this is the location of the point on the coordinate graph. Now, this coordinate graph is called the coordinate plane. Now, most commonly, when you talk about coordinates, you're going to see something like this. You're going to see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so forth. You'll go down to the bottom as well and write some numbers. And most people I don't know what this is. That is a coordinate plane. Now, what that is. So we will have that is where most questions on a test you'd see a coordinate graph or without. But this is a coordinate graph, coordinate plane. There's both names work. Is you will postpoint the location of this ordered pair. Now, what is these 2 lines called? Well, they have a name. They are going to be the bottom line. But first, you have to know what this is. The 0 right there. And what that is, there's a specific name for that 0. And that name is the origin. The origin. So the 0, when you see it, that's the origin. The beginning right there, that is the origin. If you need help spelling it, here it is. That is how you spell origin. And that is the origin. Now, what is this line called? Well, my folks, that is called the x coordinate. This is the x coordinate. There's the x coordinate, and this is called x. This is the x coordinate. The entire line is called x coordinate. This is the x coordinate right there. That is the x coordinate. Now, what is this other line called? Well, this is called the y coordinate. Oops, sorry. There's the y coordinate. But I spelled it wrong. Coordinate. Now that's the y coordinate. Now, what you know the vocabulary. Now you'll know how to use the graph, and you should know these vocabulary words before moving on. If you want to review these vocabulary words, you can by pausing the video. And now problems will appear like this. Slide the camera a bit. So here it is. You're going to draw a graph. You're going to label this 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I forgot something really important. You have to draw arrows. You'll commonly see arrows. That means the line goes on forever. So 10 is not the final number on the x-coordinate line. That is not the final number. It goes on forever. It just keeps going on and on and on. That's the x-coordinate graph. You have to draw arrows to represent, or people will think this is a line, or people will call this a line segment, because there's no arrows. There has to be arrows so the people know that it goes on forever and does not end at 10. And so let's draw the origin. It's really important you include the origin so that the coordinate graph makes sense. There's also other stuff. You can draw shapes on a coordinate plane. You can draw shapes on it, and you can do so much with the coordinate graph. Now what we're gonna do is, do you see that ordered pair right there? We just drew at the beginning. We are going to write this graph. Now, what does the 3 mean, and what does the 8 mean? Well, good thing you asked. Well, the 3 means you are going to the x-coordinate line. The first one is x. We'll call it x. This is how you'd write the ordered pair. But instead of using x and y, you'd use numbers. Now, look, x. And then you'd put a comma and y. That's how you'd write the number right there. It's right there. X, comma, y. It's really important that you put those parentheses also, because if they're not parentheses, it's just like a number pattern. So you want it to be an ordered pair by putting parentheses. Now, like you guessed, the x coordinate is going right. So it go 3 to the right. Now what do you do? Since the line goes on forever, 8 is the number on the y coordinate. So when you go 3 here, what helps me is I plot where I go every time. I plot a 3, but don't actually do this in your notebook. You could what helps me is you do it in your notebook, and then do it in your notebook. Yep, really helpful. So you don't because half the time you'll get mixed up with coordinates, and each step you take in the coordinate graph will help, and you write it down, helps. You don't have to do it, but it helps. Now you'll go. The 8 represents the y coordinate, so the y here means going up. So you'll head up 8 till 8, and you'll post your final coordinate. This is the coordinate right there. That is the coordinate right there. 3 and 8. But there's a common mistake people do. They sometimes write 3, 8 as 8, 3. People do this. And this is not the same. This does not end up as the same as that one. Let me show you how. You go 8 to the right, like usual, postpoint your point, and you would go 3 up. So there's the 3 mark right there. Right there. And that's your coordinate. But that's not the same as that one. So you have to write your ordered pair correctly and not flip numbers, because that will not work. That'll never work, actually. So don't try to do that. Now let's try another problem. I don't know, 4, 9. That is the coordinate we are going to postpoint. And how are we going to do that is by, here it is, 4, 9. Now what you're going to do with that coordinate is, sometimes you just don't have to draw a graph. Sometimes, actually, yeah. So you can draw a graph if that helps you. Postpoint a coordinate, or you can do it in your head. Your choice. Now let's just postpoint all these numbers. End up right there, and this end up right there. Okay, now 4, 9. So you're going 4 to the left, and you go 9 up. So head 9 up. Oops, too much. 9 up, and this is your final coordinate. A little too high, it's okay. Just diagonally. It's okay if you mess up. Just erase if you have a pencil. I recommend you use a pencil for coordinates because you can mess up sometimes. And now that is where your coordinate is. But the thing that helps, the strategy that helps me is so I can remember that you use X coordinate before Y coordinate is run before you jump. What that is the X is the running part and Y is the jumping. So you're running to 4 and jumping up to 9. And that is how I remember. Use X before Y. Okay, now that is the end of today's video. This is the chart I was just writing. I was trying my best. Oh, here it is. Give it a second. And this is the vocabulary. This is the first problem, and this is the second, if you need it again. So that'll be it for today's video. Adios, or bye.